Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Call of Duty cutcom. And before we move on, I'm gonna say it again. You guys should go ahead and smack that subscribe button. You know what I mean? We're on our way to 3,000 subscribers. Listen, I love you. Let's get right back into the video. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be attempting to snipe in today's video. Listen, it's been a long time since I've tried sniping. I haven't mained sniping in a Call of Duty since like Black Ops 2 maybe, and that's kind of where I got my start in my love for sniping. Yeah, back in the day, I used to be so good at sniping in Black Ops 2, or at least I thought I was. Hold on, listen, let's reevaluate our younger selves here. Because, like, you know, sometimes you look back at yourself and you're like, damn, I used to be such a good athlete, or I used to be such a good sniper in this example. What if I was bad secretly and I just thought I was good? They have a swarm already. Yeah, but yeah, in some of these newer Call of Duties, I just haven't been the greatest at sniping, and I think it's because I'm always trying to like unlock camos and sweat really hard doing other stuff. But this year I really want to try and get back into sniping. Let me know down in the comment section below. Are you guys like extremely good at sniping in Black Ops 7, or what was the first Call of Duty that really got you into sniping? Because I can tell you right now, sniping nowadays feels way different than it used to, and I think it's actually like a lot harder nowadays to get into. So if somebody's really good at sniping now, big props to them, because it is definitely harder now than like it was in Black Ops 2 and W2 maybe. But still though, in my little old Realistik's humble opinion over here, the best Call of Duty ever of all time for sniping has to be Black Ops 2. No question asked. Listen, I understand a lot of people started sniping in like MW2 2009, maybe like MW3, maybe. Black Ops 1, arguably the worst. That, oh God, I can't even begin to explain that. Black Ops 2 had like the most fluid, fast, feeling good sniping of all time, without question. And don't get me wrong, like I'm decent at sniping in MW2, and this might just be like hot take, hot opinion, or whatever. I'm decent in MW2. I don't think the sniping in that game was very good. I think trick shotting was amazing in that game, but for like straight up just like quick scoping and whatnot, I feel like Black Ops 2 just had to do it better. But these newer Call of Duties have such a newer, interesting feel to them. Like old sniping used to have like you had a black screen around your sniper. The way that your character like scoped in is different, and everything. It's just wildly different now, and maybe that's why I'm so cheeks at it. Sniping honestly was like the thing that got me into Call of Duty in the first place. Listen, I don't know if you guys remember, but like the OG FaZe Clan, you obviously do, and maybe some of you guys are like too young for that or whatever, but FaZe Clan was the biggest thing in Call of Duty of all time, and they were some of my favorite YouTubers I used to watch, and they mained sniping. That's like all what FaZe Clan was about. Like sure, they had their esports teams and whatnot, but it was mainly just about sniping videos, and that's what really sucked. Like I didn't understand it, I couldn't do it, but man, it was fun to watch people just get dominated and sniping 1v1s and all this other stuff, and it kind of like shaped my whole view of Call of Duty as a whole back then. Not so much now, but I still think sniping is such an interesting part of like the Call of Duty community. If you kind of think about it, I wonder if FaZe Clan themselves and just like the sniping community as a whole in MW2 is what made Treyarch nerf snipers. That's actually kind of crazy to think about. Some YouTube guys, some YouTube bros, a little small section of the community on YouTube was able to change how people feel about snipers in Call of Duty. Because FaZe Clan was so big, it made a lot of other people start quick scoping and stuff, and then that in turn made Call of Duty change their whole fundamental philosophy around snipers for their next game. I mean, Treyarch has always been notorious for hating snipers. It's all their games aside from Black Ops 2, snipers have been cheeks in. Black Ops 3 had like no aim assist on the snipers. Black Ops 4 also had no aim assist on the snipers. It wasn't until like Cold War when they brought back aim assist for snipers. I really wish they would have just made the DSR 50 in Black Ops 7, but they didn't, and they named it the VSR, and it's kind of like an upgraded version of the DSR. But to me, it doesn't really feel like it. I wish they would have maybe in a future date we'll get like the OG version for like a content drop or like season 2 or something. I mean, hey, we're getting the Ballista season 1, so listen, you never know. I mean, it's not called the Ballista, but now listen, I would even argue that the style of content that I make right here that you're watching originated from Call of Duty snipers, right? So like, and I make cutcoms, and cutcoms originated from kind of like FaZe Clan and that era. Everybody used to just make these kind of videos right here. Nobody used to have the attention span of a frog, brother. But maybe I'm just boring. I don't know. But cut comms have kind of just died off on YouTube, and I've made videos about this, but I wish they would come back, because I feel like that's how we get to know creators a little bit. It's not always about your Call of Duty skill or whatever. Sometimes it's just who you are. And I get it. I'm not talking about myself here. I'm the most uninteresting person on planet Earth. I don't know. I really do miss when sniping was like the biggest scene in Call of Duty. Nowadays, it's more so like esports and kind of just things like that. The biggest esports is slowly taking over sniping as becoming the biggest Call of Duty community within Call of Duty, which is awesome to see. I think Call of Duty esports is extremely fun to watch, but man, it's not sniping. Come on now. Maybe just after like 15 years of watching the same thing over and over again, people just got bored with sniping, or I don't know. You guys remember when like trick shot montages was like the peak of YouTube, bro? That was purely just the coolest thing of all time. And I know that montages are still a thing. I'm not dumb to that fact. But I feel like every single time back in like 2010 all the way till like 2015, montages were just on top, bro. FaZe Clan's at 1 mil montage. Do you guys know the FaZe Adapts 200,000 montage, brother? Now that right there is peak aura. Okay, let Unk use some cool words. All right, that was cool. I'll put that in my next FaZe Clan montage. No, I'm trolling, but hey, I think if Treyarch adds the right snipers and makes the right moves, sniping could easily make a massive comeback in Black Ops 7. Sniping in this game feels so good, except when you get hit by a sight grenade and you can't see 3 feet in front of your face because everybody looks like a damn enemy. I hate these grenades so much. So I was just sitting here like waiting for the game to start, and you know what I noticed? Look at the back of the sniper. Do you see that leveler? Look at it. It actually works. Whoa. Yeah, man, I'm still getting used to making cut comms every single day and whatnot, and sometimes it's kind of hard to figure out things to talk about. So let me know down there in the comment section how I'm doing. Am I doing bad? Do I suck at making cut comms? Am I just yapping? Which, yes, I am. I'm very well aware of this. Hold on, buddy. Ooh, sorry, pal. I just realized why my sniper has been feeling so bad. I don't have any attachments on it at all. Oh my God, that is so much better. Bro, maybe now I can't believe I didn't even notice that. How like genuinely, I might be the worst Call of Duty player of all time. I'm dead. To that kind of, I told you, I'm the worst Call of Duty player of all time that ever lived and walked and breathed on this earth. Ooh. I don't know, at some point I want to get so good at just talking and playing that it's just like second nature, but I'm still learning, and it's very, very hard to do because every single day you have to constantly come up with something to talk about. And brother, phew, like I said, I am an extremely boring person. Absolutely nothing interesting goes on in my life. I literally sit and play Call of Duty. That's about it. That's the most interesting hobby that I have. What were you doing, brother? Ooh, collateral. This feels so much better with attachments. Genuinely, what was I thinking and doing? Oh my God, this sniper, bro. Listen, this video is probably like really short, and I'm really sorry about that, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, be sure to drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.